Hello. I'm Lorraine White, the Soul Purpose Liberator, and I'm going to be talking to you today about personal year number 2. Okay? Personal year number 2 keywords are balance, harmony, cooperation, patience, partnerships, friendships, relationships, and personal growth and development. Okay, quite a few keywords there, I know, and I'm going to attempt to tackle all of those keywords. But first, I want to slow myself down because the personal year number 2 is very much about slowing down and relaxing and really reconsidering and refining, reviewing and clarifying everything that you did in personal year number 1. Okay, so all of the goals that you set for yourself, all of the different things that you started in personal year number 1, it's now a time for you to sit and review everything. Okay, so whereas the personal year number 1 was about stepping forward, personal year number 2 is about stepping back. Okay, it's a time where you will have to have a lot of patience because you will see that everything starts to slow down for you. You'll also see that delays may occur as well because you are having to work through everything that you've started in personal year number 1. What you're going to find is that in those delays, when you have those delays, what those delays are about is helping you to really see that you may need some support to continue to execute your ideas that you set out in personal year number 1. So you really have to be open this year to support. You are not an island. One of the major lessons of this year, you are not an island. You have to be open to support and also to reaching out yourself, being real and truthful, honest with yourself that, you know what, I can't do this on my own. I've got these big dreams and these big goals, but you know what, I cannot do this on my own. I have to ask for help and don't feel too proud about doing that, because the way that the energy is set up is that help is just there waiting for you. It's just about you being able to tap into it. Okay, for some of you this may be a process that you may not feel comfortable with, at least until mid-year time. Okay, so let's have a look at relationships and the personal year number 2, because relationships are key in this year. Now, why are they key? If you are in a relationship, it's all about balancing out the indifferences that you have with each other and really appreciating any differences that you have with each other. You know, we're all different and you cannot expect someone to be the same as you or to have the same views or opinions all the time. You know, it's really about acknowledging that you're both different, and that's what makes the union so special. Now, if you are in a relationship, also commitment will be a key theme for you for next year. Commitment and even proposals of marriage. Commitment in the sense also of moving in together, maybe even having children. You know, it's that is what is going to be the theme for your year next year. So just be open to that and know that this is the right thing for you to be doing in a personal year number 2. If you are single, guess what? It will be an auspicious time for you to find your soulmate. Okay, and not only will you find a soulmate, because soulmates don't always stay in your life for forever. You may meet soulmates come and go, believe it or not, but you will find a soulmate who will stay in your life forever. Okay, it's almost like a long-term, I don't even say stay in your life forever, but it will be a long-term relationship that will be started in personal year number 2. Okay, you're likely to find a long-term partner Okay, so that's something really exciting to look forward to. And if it doesn't happen for you next year, it just means that you will spend the year refining yourself. And I don't really like to use that word refining, because you are as good the way that you are, but working on yourself, developing yourself, and growing. This is what's going to set you up to meet somebody, but that will be a focus for you for next year if that's what you would like to do. Okay, so your key lessons for personal year number 2 will be patience and faith. Now I want to touch on faith a bit as well, because with faith, personal year number 2 will be a time when you will want to reach out to that source energy. You may want to feel connected this year, so you will naturally reach out to that source energy, whether that be God, universe, whatever you term and feel most comfortable with in terms of what you call source energy. In that process, you will want to meditate. You may be drawn to meditative techniques, certain meditative techniques. You might be drawn to visualization and prayer, and really developing a spiritual practice. And that is what I would actually recommend for you going into personal year 2, is to develop a spiritual practice right from the outset. Okay, so that may be, gratitude. What I do in the morning is gratitude prayers. I light my tea light candles. I give thanks. I then do a little meditation just to connect and set myself up for the day. Okay. So there's lots of different things that you may do. It might be, I know some people, they write out their goals every single day. Whatever it is that you feel comfortable with, there are so many things that you can do, but I would say if you can set up a spiritual practice that you do every morning and night, then that's going to really support you in this personal year number 2, because there's a lot of growth that will be taking place, and you will have to have a lot of patience and really be able to appreciate the bigger picture, that this is only temporary. And now I don't actually want to say that it's all doom and gloom personal year number 2, because it actually isn't. It is quite an exciting year, but just in a very different way to perhaps the personal year number 1. It's exciting in personal year number 2 because you get to experience what it means to feel supported. Okay, you get to experience being able to work with other people and feel that you're not alone. Okay, so it is quite exciting. I mean, in my last personal year number 2, it was when I started to really build on my business, and it was the first year that I made, not that this is most important to everyone, because it isn't, but it was for me at the time. But it was the first year that I actually made more money than I had done in the previous 2 years doing this kind of work. It was a real game changer for me. So personal year number 2 can also be a game changer for you if you do it at the right pace and not rush into things. And that's the key here. Don't rush anything. Just take your time, think everything through, and then you will come through 2019 quite nicely. Okay, so this is personal year number 2. It's a bit of a quick one because I feel like it's because it is about slowing down and just being. Okay, just be. There is not a lot that you need to do for personal year number 2. It's just be, just sit in your energy and just listen to what it is. Listen to your guidance. Okay, and you will be just fine. So happy personal year number 2 and happy new year. Okay, and I will see you next week. I will be doing videos now. Every Friday will be the day. If you want to subscribe, like and comment, it will be every Friday that you can get the opportunity to do that. Okay, and I want to apologize again for this week. It was Christmas, and yes, it's been a busy one for me and for many of you, I'm sure. So, but as of next week, the first week of January, we will be a bit more consistent, so every Friday. Okay, thank you so much for listening, and please don't forget to subscribe, like, and comment. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.